Hello everyone, this is Isaac.
This is Taryn.
We are True Masters and Morons, playing Kingdom Hearts 3.
It only just now occurs to me, you would probably go faster if you just swam with that, like, motorboat sword thing.
It's possible, but I honestly don't know.
I don't either, but it occurred to me just now. Don't you have to zoom to those? Can you zoom to the top one? Zoom. Oh.
This is not the way I'm supposed to be doing this. I know it's not. There's a button, and I don't remember what it is. Oh, that's the wrong one for sure.
Do you not just straight up walk up to them?
Woohoo! No!
Do you not just straight up walk up to them? That looks like the thing you always just walked and bounced across. That's really cool, and oh, there it is. I'm like, I feel like that should have a purpose that I'm not seeing.
It does.
That was it. I just wasn't seeing it. Very nice.
Yep. So in between episodes, Sarah reminded me that we have a couple of Sea of Thieves stories, that I don't think
which would be
we've
perfect
ever,
for here.
Which would be perfect for here, because, you know, Sea of Thieves and sailing. And I don't think we've ever told them on screen, so we're gonna tell them on screen.
Alright, regale me.
Well, one of them involves you.
Oh no, okay. A Mickey thing.
What, you don't remember?
I don't know, there's a lot of we played that game for hours.
No, the Sea of Thieves story of Taryn, Sarah, and I, we... Oh, oops. Hi. There we go. We had been playing for a bit, and we decided to take on what's called a fortress in Sea of Thieves. And what a fortress is basically it's wave after wave after wave of enemies. That at the end you get some of the best loot possible in the game before you get to like end tier loot stuff. We beat the fortress. We slogged through it. We took everything out.
It was a long, arduous process.
Yeah, it was. Holy crap. And we finally get up.
Woo!
We finally.
Oh, it's so awesome.
We finally get to the point where we're loading up our ship. We're like, we gotta go now, and we're sailing on a brigantine, the 3-person
Sloop.
maximum ship. So it's not the sloop, but it's the step above that.
Sandbar Isle.
That's what I'm doing. And we get everything on the ship, and we're like, all right, let's go. And we're like a 3-minute sail. We should be mentioned. The reason we were going so much is because right around the time we were ending, we could see other players coming in, and this game is known for players totally pirate raiding each other. So we didn't want to lose all the loot we had just spent a hard time earning. It's like, all right, we got to get out of here. To some players.
Yeah, we've got to get out of here before they steal it all / kill us and take it all.
Yeah. So we're just like, go, and we're like a minute and a half away from the closest town, which is all we need to do. We just need to get to the town, sell the stuff, and we're good, right? So what we end up doing is we start heading for the town, and as we're pulling away from the fortress island, a Kracken shows up.
And just for you guys it's like a big donut. And just for you guys, I want you to imagine this who haven't played the game. We're sailing in completely open waters. We're literally like, we get maybe 200 or 300 feet away from the island.
Just suddenly it felt like 10 feet.
Yeah, and suddenly the sea turns black as night, and just giant tentacles bigger than our ship start raising out of the ocean all around us. Some of which shoot crap, because screw us. And your ship slows to a crawl.
Yeah.
In the black, inky Kracken water.
And this is before the most recent update. So this is back when, well, I shouldn't say most recent. I actually don't know what the most recent update looks like, but it was before their anniversary update. So, back when the Kraken was super ridiculously hard to take care of by yourself.
Oh, did they make it easier later?
He is so easy. We played, Sarah and I played the anniversary mode now, and we've killed like 3 Krakens on our own
Just
in a friggin' sloop.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just...
that didn't happen, guys. Spoiler alert.
No, they made the Kraken super easy in the most recent update. But so one of the things they did, right, was sorry. So what we did is we're sitting there like, okay, we got to get out of here. We try shooting at it, we try destroying it, and in the end,
while someone else is trying to move the boat, get the boat out of there,
Yeah. And what happens, unsurprisingly, is the Kraken kills us. So we all died, I think, once or twice, except for Sarah. She didn't die once in that whole thing. Ooh, food.
Here's the fish.
Mine. Haha. And so Taryn and I are dead. We spawn on the new ship because obviously the ship was destroyed, so we needed a new one. And
for the record, we're like fighting for this the whole time because, like Isaac said, he and I died a couple of times, so we'd like die, spawn back on the ship, nice. Do something like a tentacle would sweep us up and swallow us down, or throw us into the water, which damages you. And it's Black Sea, you can't see
and by the way,
get thrown too far.
The Black Sea is also poisonous.
Like I said, that damages you.
Yeah. I thought you were just saying like the being thrown into the sea damages.
Oh, sorry,
you,
yeah, no, like the
does.
water itself murders you.
The water is poisonous.
And we've got like a whole. We've got a hole full of treasure. And
well, yeah, we took out a couple tentacles, and now a hole full of, holes.
Yeah. Wait. Oh, just of this. Okay.
Just of this, yeah.
Oh, it connects.
And we, so we're sitting there, and we're like, all right, Sarah, we're waiting on you. And she's like, I'm still alive. I'm still fighting the Kraken. And she's sitting there with a rowboat, just like fighting it off and surviving somehow. And so we're like, okay, I guess we'll come get you. So,
and on top of that, so when your boat sinks, both in that and in normal situations, most of your treasure will float to the surface, so other people can come sweep it up. And after a while, it sinks.
If you do take out another player's ship, you get all their booty.
You can just go snag all their stuff,
their loot.
And she managed to swim out there, snake some of our treasure, put it on the rowboat, and sail away.
So what she was actually able to do was she just survived the Kraken. The Kraken despawned.
Yeah, we fought that. We lived that thing long enough that the Kraken ceased
despawned. So she sees the sea clear up, and she's like, "Holy crap! I lived through the Kraken, guys! I lived through the Kraken!" And we're like, "Holy crap!" So we're rushing to get back. She's putting.
We cannot properly identify how intense this was.
Oh yeah. We get all of the loot. She gets all the loot she can from floating in the sea to onto the rowboat, right? And she's like, all right, guys, I got it. And I'm like, all right, cool, sail this way. And she starts sailing that way and goes that way. And we start sailing back to her. On the way there, so we have nothing on our ship. We're a newly made ship. We don't even have, like, first collecting food and cannonballs or anything like that.
We're a newly minted piece of garbage.
And so, as this newly minted piece of garbage, apparently we missed... Oh, no, we didn't miss that one.
And the huddled... Do you think the Huddled Isles has anything?
Yeah, that probably is one. Let's fast travel there. And so... I said fast travel. So, newly minted ship, right, with nothing on it, and this other ship comes up on us and starts attacking us, and after a ridiculously long fight that didn't need to happen, what they ended up doing was boarding us, taking over the ship and then scuttling their own ship so that it sunk. We were very confused.
Well, it's funny because I kind of helped them do that because at the same time they boarded us, I decided to board them. And I just start hacking their ship up, and then Isaac's like, they're here, they're taking our ship. I'm like, ah. It was a very confusing moment.
And then suddenly it starts sinking, and there's no way that they just started sinking. They would have had to have scuttled their ship. So you can't just commandeer someone else's ship in this game. That's definitely one thing that's not a thing. So
Hit your map real quick.
Maybe this one?
No, so that's the Gateway of Regret. So we can do that one if you want. But it looks like Confinement Island is Confinement and Forsaken, the last one's marked.
I guess so. Oh, well, we have a fight. But so we end up ending that fight.
As a side note, when your ship dies, if you're out in the ocean, you die and respawn.
Yeah.
So like your ship is your life. If you die and your ship is still alive, you'll die and be ported back to your ship. If your ship goes down, you just die and respawn on an island.
Yeah. And here's the thing. It was like they were trying to take over our ship, even though they knew, you know, if we die, we come back to our ship. You know? So we were very confused as to what exactly was happening there.
Nice.
And finally, you know, we took out their ship and stuff, but by that point, we realized that apparently rowboats have a limited amount of time that they can be out in the open sea. So Sarah's sitting there with a boatload of treasure that we haven't gone to get her yet because we've been chased by another group and we didn't want them to steal all of our treasure.
And just to give you guys an idea of the time frame for all of this, like the stronghold probably took half an hour, 45 minutes.
Yeah.
The Kraken took easily another, I don't know, 20.
15 to 20 minutes.
And then this fight took like another 10 to 15 minutes.
Yeah.
So, you know, Sarah's been on her own rowing this boat, trying to get to land for like half an hour,
20 minutes. Yeah, it's been a while that she's been on this boat, trying to get it to somewhere. And so, unfortunately, the rowboat sinks.
Just despawns.
We don't know where it was. We lost all our stuff.
Yeah, so keep in mind, in the Sea of Thieves, when you're out on the open sea, your only map is in your boat. You have to physically go to the spot in your boat and look at the map. So as a person on a rowboat, you have no map, and there are vast stretches of the game where you are literally just blue sea in every direction with no landmarks whatsoever. So she despawns out in the middle of that.
And the bigger your ship slash right, and not the bigger your ship, but the higher up you are, the higher up you are on your ship.
You've gone in a circle now.
I know. I want on that island, but I keep pushing the wrong buttons.
So stop and get on it.
Again, I keep pushing the wrong buttons.
I'm just saying, because this is literally the island you ported to.
There, I'm just gonna do this.
That's what we're next to now.
But so we...
He's so gloriously fast.
He is. But so yeah, like Taryn said, we've spent an enormous amount of time doing this, and we have no way of knowing where it was. So we spent a total of about an hour and a half getting the loot, dying to a Kraken, going to get the loot back, encountering a couple of players who were just like weirdly toying with us, and then in the end losing all of that loot that easily would have been like 40,000 or more gold in-game cash,
which is a fair amount.
Which is
as a side note, you know, Isaac and Sarah's screens are right next to each other. So even after that was done, we spent probably another 15 minutes trying to reverse triangulate where she might have been and sailing in that direction, hoping that some of the treasure would still be floating. We never found any of it.
Nope.
You don't know. We don't know if that means it sank and we went the right direction, or if we just went the wrong direction, or what. But
that is why
it was an intense thing.
It was an intense thing, and it was super fun.
It was. For the record, we realized the way this story ends, it sounds like it's some big like, oh, this sucked so much. And it did, don't get me wrong, but it was one of those amazing experience sort of deals.
Yeah, for sure. That being said, oh, right, I can just port back.
Yes!
That being said, this is very much one of those big reasons why I am still an advocate for, I think Sea of Thieves should have some kind of PvE option, whether it be servers or other, because the Kraken didn't screw us over completely. It should have. It absolutely should have, but somehow Sarah survived it. But it was the other players that prevented us from getting our stuff, and it makes me a little sad. That being said, it's an awesome story, and I still loved the whole thing. It was really fun. Playing with both of them and doing that and having that adventure.
Good times were had by all. Frustration was had by all, but good times.
Frustration was definitely had by all, but yeah, that. And since then, Sarah has so desperately wanted to try and play that game specifically to try. Okay,
You're running
fine.
in
I will
circles.
turn around so that I can fight you.
Watch it turn around too.
Oh, I'll be pissed.
Oh no, it just vanished.
You piece of crap. But she's wanted to play the game specifically so that she could get a rowboat of stuff, so she could take a picture to just give you an example for when we would eventually tell this story on screen, so that she could share it on like social and stuff. She just wants to play it so she can take a picture to represent what we lost.
It's like this was it. That's funny.
It is funny. No, it's a fun game. We haven't played it in a while, both because I got frustrated with PvP,
things like that,
and we haven't had the time.
That's a big one.
Yeah, and that's our biggest Sea of Thieves story. Like that was our. If we were like,
it was the kind
sailors.
of thing we wish we'd been recording, kind of deal.
Absolutely,
like it was epic.
It was probably the most epic Sea of Thieves thing we've ever had.
Oh, Ariel.
Oh right, Ariel.
Oh, you have a big old blast here. Last battle.
It's time for Water Goddess. We got the Fire God. It's Water Goddess time.
I do love that she is like straight up water goddy.
I have to watch for circle specific.
Dive. And then when you're in the air, you can splash.
There we go.
That's interesting. You like transform back and forth.
I agree. That's pretty cool.
And then once you finish,
wow, I really cannot get a perfect on this.
It turns all the spots you jumped in into water spouts that do damage.
Yep.
Wow,
Wow.
this is gorgeous, if nothing else, and also
was
looked
very
like it
pretty,
hit
yeah.
everything.
Wow.
Am I wrong?
All right.
Because I did. It looked like it hit everything.
No, it hit like everything. It was a big area. I could have made it bigger, but it was my first time using it. Okay, forgive me.
Yeah, you're trying to figure out how it works. I understand.
But yeah, like it was absolutely one of those moments. Because I mean, once you start recording stuff at all and start posting it, you absolutely think, "Oh man, I wish I could have been recording that."
It's like this would be amazing.
Yeah, and there's so many moments like that that happen sometimes whenever Taryn and I game, and it's like, well, you can't catch them all, you know.
It's like there's a physical limitation on your hardware space.
Yeah, but it was really fun. I will say a few other Sea of Thieves things, since we don't have a lot of time left and we're still on this planet. There was one time, I will see if I can find the picture of it, because I took a picture of it, where we beached our ship.
Oh.
I mean,
Yeah, I remember
fully
that.
beached,
How
sitting...
it didn't immediately break, I don't know. Oh, wait, no, it did break. That's right. It just took a minute to decide it was broken.
Well, there was a different one than with you.
Oh, really?
I'm
The
talking.
one with
we
me
were
was my
sitting,
fault. I was real bad.
We were sitting on an island, and the boat didn't disappear. We had to scuttle it because we sat there for like 15 minutes looking at it.
Are
it
you
wasn't
serious?
touching the ocean at all.
So you somehow mystically managed to... So, for you guys, if you get too close to an island, you count as, like, crashing, and you start damaging it. So, the fact that they did this on its own is fairly impressive.
Yeah. No, it was insane. And if there is a picture, I'll put it here. And... Oh, look at that. Sarah just pulled it up.
Okay, so they have the picture. We'll all
So
get
we
to
have
see.
the picture, and we will post it right here. Because it's just... the stupidest amount of fully beached ship. Like, that ship should still be there, kind of thing. It was insane. And then, yeah, the only other one is, Sarah one time was playing on a sloop alone, and then I joined her later in the day.
Real quick, hit your map.
What?
Hit your map.
I can't until I'm sailing.
Well, one, it looks like you have more to go in the other direction. But that's probably most of what was in there was that. But
Yeah.
hit your map.
The map. I think that's
Okay.
it.
Do we want to try for this one you were pointing out in the middle, or
This one?
no, over on the right?
No, I sailed all around that. It's nothing, dude.
Shall we head for Forsaken Isle for these last few minutes, or shall we just sail
We'll head
while you tell
towards
this
it.
last story?
We'll
Okay,
head towards it while I finish the story.
Okay.
Or I guess we won't, because it's like right there. So we're just gonna sail around while I finish this story.
It's right where?
What?
It's right where?
It's right there.
I mean, if you say so, I'll take your word for it.
Anyway,
See if you can sail through the horseshoe while you're going.
yeah, sure. But so she was playing on her own, and then I joined her later. And on this one little sloop, by the way, when we were playing at that time, it was supposed to be like rare for a sloop to even see a Kraken in this game because they were
like,
just
the game like adjusts what you encounter based upon how many people you have, right?
yeah. So like it based on the ship you're using. So if you're sailing a galleon, even if you're by yourself, you were supposed to be more likely than a sloop to run into a Kraken, right?
Oh.
She ran into 3 Krakens in the course of like 3 or 4 hours of play.
I remember you guys telling me about this, yeah.
And yeah, she's just like, she was getting to the point where she's like, come on, like, enough Krakens.
Because as a single person on a sloop, you don't fight a Kraken, you escape.
You don't fight a Kraken, you escape. And you're lucky if you actually successfully escape. She did, however, defeat one of those 3 Krakens.
Oh, did she really?
She did. She culled one off enough for it to sink below. Woot!
Hey, your side cannons went up that time.
They did. Enough for it to sink below and leave her alone.
Our friends are waiting for our help.
Jack said shipwreck cove, right?
Well, I feel like that's a confirmation that I've done everything I can. And so she did end up beating a Kraken by herself on a little sloop, but only one of the 3 that she ran into in one short session of playing. They've definitely changed those rules since then, though, because, I mean, you can run into a Kraken now no matter what you're flying, but you can also murder it pretty easy.
We need to go in
So,
prepared, or we'll only get in the
yeah.
way.
That has been our episode on Sea of Thieves, everyone. Thank you all so much. Wow, what is with the army? All right.
You're drawing close to. You're drawing close to the head to the boss fight area. So they're like, "Hey, are you sure?"
Here we go!
I like he straight up land on it. Yes. So, thank you everyone for.
Yeah, thank you everyone for joining us today. If you want to see more of this, or I murdered them all with that tidal wave.
Nice.
All right. Thank you all so much for joining us today. If you want to see more of this or any other Let's Play or lore, let us know what it is you want to see in the comments down below. In the meantime, this has been True Masters, and Morons. Signing off. Thanks for watching this video. If you'd like to see more like it, hit that subscribe orb.
To see our last Let's Play, click or tap the link on the right.
For our last lore video, click the link on the left.
Thank you to all of our patrons for making these videos possible.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.